Hello everybody, it's TMOG 217. Welcome to a LEGO Star Wars set review. Taking a look at set number 75352, the Emperor's Throne Room diorama. This is a set that released on May 1st of 2023, contains 807 pieces, 3 minifigures, and is based off of Star Wars Return of the Jedi. So here we have the diorama entirely in its glory here, and it's honestly... I was a little skeptical at first when I first saw images of this, but having this fully built, I quite like this diorama. It's got some very fun building techniques, and even has some depth to it. There are some exclusive parts, namely the back part here is this big dish piece to make up the window. Kind of held in a little bit by gravity, but it's fine nonetheless. But yeah, it's a cool technique. The only issue that this causes, really, is the fact of how much it sticks out outside of the platform, which will make it a little bit difficult to hold for display right up against a wall, as it will stick out a little bit if you're trying to display all these dioramas side to side. This one will stick out a little bit, but that's fine. It's a cool build nonetheless. Anywho, you do have a printed tile that says LEGO Star Wars, and then a unique exclusive tile that says, in quotations, "I am a Jedi, like my father before me, Luke Skywalker." That's an exclusive tile. Now, you do have a little 40th anniversary brick that just kind of sticks on the side here, and it is a little bit loose because it just sits on some jumpers, but basically any 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi set comes with this, like the Endor battle or the Death Star promotional item, to name a few. But there is some very nice detailing in this set. Like, if I can zoom in real quick here for you guys, you can see Luke and Vader duking it out in front of the Emperor, and they are sitting on some jumpers. The Emperor has a nice little chair that can swivel around, and the detail on that chair, my goodness, I love it. You can, even how you can just fit Palpatine in there, and there's even more detail. That just looks so awesome. But yeah, not really much else in terms of that, but if you zoom or push that back a little bit, zoom out, there are some other studs right here for you to have them displayed right here if you want, or if you even want to recreate the scene of the Emperor electrocuting Luke, you can set it up to be like that a little bit. Now, that is my main issue with this brick, is how easy that pops off. But you're like, okay, that looks all fine and dandy. How the heck are you going to give the Emperor some lightning? Because that was advertised in the box. Well, here's something that's a beauty. So, right where my thumb is, you just pop that. Oh, I'm mistaken. Just above where my thumb was, you want to try and pry that off. It's not too difficult, but it's a little difficult. But anywho, you can see right there, it reveals an open space that has some clips, and lo and behold, there is some lightning bits for you to give the Emperor. Now, unfortunately, I was really hoping that you'd be able to use this for like lightsaber weapon storage, but that's just not going to work based on the fact of that brick just being in the way. It just isn't going to work for a full lightsaber. I mean, maybe you could just separate the two. Maybe, let's find out, but I'm not very hopeful on that because, oh well, okay. My mistake. You could display one lightsaber right there, but that's not really accurate because Darth Vader doesn't have his blade ignited because from the scene. But anywho, you could do that if you want to have this like that, I guess. But yeah, that's a scene you could recreate if you really wanted to. Not really a whole lot of weapon storage, unfortunately, with this build, but it's still a really cool one nonetheless. It's a little bit gappy on the sides there, but if you go and look at the movie and rewatch it like I did, it's fine, it's accurate. But yeah, the only issue I really have is just like how this sticks out, but you can give that a pass. Anywho, nothing really much else to say about the build itself, so let's have a closer look at the minifigures now that I've babbled on about this set for a while. Taking a look at the first two minifigures, you have Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, both iconic minifigures for a set like this. Darth Vader isn't exclusive to the set. It's the exact same one shown in the TIE Bomber and in the upcoming mech for him as of summer of 2023. So, nice arm printing. Definitely looks like Darth Vader, and just removing the mask, you can see the facial print. It's the exact same as the TIE Bomber one. But yeah, as for Luke Skywalker, however, he is an exclusive combination minifigure, I want to say, because the legs and the facial print aren't exclusive, but the torso and the hairpiece are currently exclusive just to this set, and it is a double-sided facial expression, so that's pretty cool. But again, not one we haven't seen already, which we have. My bad. But anyway, yeah, nice exclusive torso, nice new hair mold. I feel like this hair mold could stay exclusive because it's a very nice one, but it feels weird in person. I don't know, but it's definitely nice and screen accurate. Not much else to say about these two figures. Let's have a look at the third and final one, which is none other than Emperor Palpatine himself. He has those lightning blast pieces that I showed off earlier in the weapon storage section of the build, but removing them, you could see a better look at the torso printing as well as the leg printing, and believe it or not, this figure is currently entirely exclusive, of course minus the cape and hood piece, but yeah. Apparently, you can do wrinkles on a robe differently, so that's interesting. I don't know, I'm kind of curious to see how exclusive these pieces stay, because there are quite a lot of LEGO sets LEGO can make with Emperor Palpatine, but I am not a fan of the new facial print. Like, I get it, he's an old guy who's a Sith, and Sith are known for yellow eyes, but no pupils whatsoever. I can't say I'm a fan of that. That looks a little weird. He looks a little dead inside. I know he's gone through a lot during the Clone Wars and the Empire, but just that's not an excuse. He doesn't look as evil and menacing. He just looks like a corpse at that point. Anywho, not much to say about this guy. Let's have a look at what else this set includes, shall we? Taking a look at the instructions, you have a similar design to the helmets that were released this year as well, which I quite like. It shows it's not as plain, and the render on this doesn't look half bad. You do have a QR code if you want to build a set digitally, and you have an advertisement for LEGO VIP. Interesting, especially for someone if you're buying this outside of the LEGO store. But anywho, flipping open to the first few pages, you have some information about the Emperor's Throne Room by the designer, which is a nice touch for a set that is aimed for 18+. That continues on for a few more pages. Again, feel free to pause the video wherever you guys see fit if you feel like you want to have a read on that. But anywho, you do have Luke Skywalker as a progress bar. You guys know me, I like that. I consider that a W. Very straightforward building techniques with the main base and building on top of that. But anyway, flipping all the way to the back, you have the completed model shown there, and then just a parts listing that goes on for 6 pages, give or take. Technically 5, but anywho. Have a product feedback, and then just a Star Wars logo at the back. In terms of extra parts, this is all that I got in my copy of the set. Honestly, for a set that retails for 130 Canadian, I can actually say that, yeah, this is probably worth the money. You get a very fun build experience with a very fun amount of building techniques. I think like this section alone was probably the most interesting with me in terms of like how they used pipe pieces in the build, which is a little hard to see in the completed model, but just trust me, it just makes up this arch. And just overall, really cool set overall. It gives you a little bit of playability and displayability. Mainly is the focus here is the displayability aspect of it, because it is a diorama, and you definitely feel with the size of it being built, it definitely feels like 130 Canadian set. And in terms of the exclusiveness of the figures, I can see Palpatine not staying exclusive, maybe Luke, especially with that hairpiece. And then if it's not for exclusive figures looking for, that cool tile right here of the I am a Jedi like my father before me, that's such an iconic quote. So yeah, that just a lot of cool stuff here. So I definitely recommend picking this up if you are considering it, but yeah, definitely wait until there's like a good gift with purchase with this one, because it is such a big bulky one or whatnot, or just a deal, I guess. But anyway, still a great set nonetheless. Anyway, those are more or less my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, all that fun stuff. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you all in a future video. Till then, see you later. Bye-bye.